Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Undead Talking. I'm here this week to watch Fear the Walking Dead episode 312, Brother's Keeper. It's kicking off in about 15 minutes, and we're starting now to. What we want to do is we want to do a preview show in the future, maybe like a little 40-minute, half an hour standalone before the episode to kind of preview what's going to happen. So this might be the last week that I'd hop on a little bit early just to talk about what we're planning on doing. So this might be a little bit different format in the future, but for now, we're just gonna try to cover what happened last week, so we're ready for this week. All right. So last week started off where Strand was freed from the people at the bazaar, where he did something to owe them a lot of favors, but they chained him to the fence outside, and Madison took a bunch of gold coins, which I guess they're gold. They looked like silver to me, but I don't know. I'm no mineralogist, so I'll just let them do what they do. But she bought Strand's freedom, and that ended up paying off last week because when they got to the dam, they were not going to trade. They didn't really have anything to trade for the water, and the people at the dam didn't want guns because they wanted to have a peaceful discourse with everybody, yet distribute the water. And Daniel, who already is not a big fan of Victor Strand, talked about how if something were to happen, he would turn around and look the other way. So what happened was Victor Strand rigged a water truck with an explosive to blow up. There was one bit that confused me from this episode last week, and that was when, after the water truck exploded, there were a lot of people that were singing the Down the Water Queen song, and I don't know where they came from because they would have to be either from a close group or something like that, because they wouldn't be attached to Victor Strand, and I don't understand why they'd participate in an act that would give the people at the dam more weapons or have them give their water to people that weren't them. So I don't get where all this is going right now, and I don't understand how a lot of this happened last week. But what we do know is that last week, Caltega Walker was not very pleased with what happened at the dam, was not pleased with what happened at the bazaar. He felt that his people should not be taking any of the consequences from Madison taking all those coins and trading them for Victor Strand. And I believe he's right. I think Madison made a very selfish move to save Strand, and she was thinking of the welfare of one person, someone close to her, which I guess Strand is close to her because they've been cuddling up. I never knew they were that close to this point, but I guess that is how their relationship is now. But her doing that automatically put the entire group that is at the Broke Jar Ranch at a disadvantage, because now they had an opportunity to get water, trade for water at the bazaar, and not have to cash in a favor or give up their guns at the dam. So there will be something that has to be done regarding Madison's decision, and whether or not it'll have ripple effects on the people at the dam, whether it'll echo through the Black Hat or the Doomsday Preppers that are there. How that will all work out, I'm not quite sure. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. Is both Victor Strand and Madison are making their way back to Broke Jar Ranch, and they are going to. Well, they already picked up Caltega Walker, who was walking back to. Yeah, I think he was walking back to the ranch, or maybe the truck. I don't. Well, they couldn't have been walking back to the truck because somehow the big blockage that was happening with all the walkers, it was all clear. I don't understand how that happened either, but hey, it's television. Let's not pick it apart too much. But what we do know now is that Walker is a little bit happier now knowing that there is going to be some water. But there's something else kind of cool happening when the water's getting transferred. You see, Uh, Daniel Salazar, who put Lola Guerrero in charge of the dam, he will be at the water trade, and so will Ophelia. So we should get a reunion between Daniel and Ophelia in this episode, which I'm not sure how that's going to go. They didn't leave on the best of terms. I know that Daniel is not very keen on what was going on with her at the Black Hat, especially after Walker told Daniel the story of her being a soldier and sneaking in, earning the trust of people, and then poisoning them with the coffee, the anthrax. So I don't know how this is all going to work out going forward, but it looks like we are at least going to see that reunion. Now, of course, a lot of people are already speculating that we're either going to have a big return this week or there's going to be a death this week because there is a surprise guest on Talking Dead. Now, it doesn't always mean that it's one of those two things. It could also mean that an unexpected character is going to have a bigger role in this episode than previously thought. So it could be that maybe in this episode, one of the Doomsday Preppers steps up and becomes a more important figure in the community, or a main character like Alicia takes a big stand and does something huge. It could be something like that. Then again, there always is the likelihood that it could be someone coming back, like Luciana coming back, which I don't anticipate happening yet. Or it could also mean that a major character dies, or even a smaller character dies. While we're on the topic of predictions, let's talk a little bit about what we think is going to happen. Well, this is the code for tonight. The Nation E55, it looks like. So if you are on the TWD rewards, type that code on in, and you'll get some points. If you aren't signed up for that, you probably should, because it's really a cool program. You can earn some cool stuff, lots of fun prizes. For me, I'm looking forward to saving up to get some of the autographs. Oh, the Nation E56. That's why I rewound it and checked it. The Nation E56 is the replay code. And while I was talking about replay codes, I completely forgot about what I was talking about. Oh yeah, Talking Dead. That's what I was talking about. Of course, there's going to be other guests on there. There's going to be a gentleman from the band Perry on there. There's going to be another cast member from the show. It's all a lot to look forward to and have fun with. So far, we don't have anyone joining us in the chat, but that's okay. Hopefully, once the show gets up and running for the day, we'll have some folks in here to ask some questions or just add in the discussion, because I'm here. I'm watching these episodes for the first time, just like you guys. My reactions are absolutely genuine because I completely ignore any potential spoilers out there. I even try to avoid rumors because you know how some of those websites talk about how they're great at guessing. Well, I don't like that. I don't like things that are a little too good at guessing. So I prefer to go in blind. I have no idea what's going to happen this episode. I have seen a couple photos that make it look like the meetup's going to happen for the trade for water. And that's about all I've seen that from the previews. So kind of excited about that. But we could see some deaths here. Maybe Ephraim, maybe Lola Guerrero. But I don't see a major character dying in this episode. I don't think we're going to see an Alicia or a Nick or a Madison or a Strand. I don't think we're going to see those guys die in this episode. Daniel, it would be weird to kill him off with the fake death and then bring him back to have him die right now. That doesn't make much sense. So who knows what's going on in this episode? This is one of those situations where just about anything can happen. And as I've said before during these shows, I love that there's no comic source material, because while I love the Walking Dead comics and I enjoy watching some of those storylines play out on television during the Walking Dead, I really do enjoy having a show where I can watch and not know anything that's going to happen, not know anything about the characters or the direction that Robert Kirkman wanted them to go in. To me, it's exciting, and it gives a really different experience to everything. And yes, well, I don't like Madison as much as I should. Like I don't see her as a Rick Grimes type character at all yet. And I do have some characters I like because I enjoy Troy Otto, I enjoy Nick, Victor Strand's all right, Daniel Salazar is a lot of fun to watch. It is a situation where we've got our characters that we like. There are going to be some good episodes. There are going to be some bad episodes. Some weird things are going to happen. But as long as we settle in and just enjoy the ride that the showrunners want to take us on, I think everything will end up all right. All right, so the show is going to start up in about 4 minutes, so we got a little bit more time to talk about the upcoming episode. One thing that I was thinking about last week was what is going to happen when the dam does get all the weapons. Because I don't trust Daniel to have that many weapons and not use them. There's a reason why he's known as such a killer among his circles. And his ruthlessness is going to come out, and it's going to clash with Lola, who wants to do everything peacefully and just coexist, give water to everyone. And it's going to be a mess. It's going to be an absolute mess. And we've already seen Daniel use his favoritism when it comes to the people from the Broke Jar Ranch. And I'm worried that we're going to see more of that kind of behavior in the future from a lot of the characters on this show as we watch society continue to fall apart around everyone. So the big trucks full of water are going to go to the meetup spot, which is going to be the bazaar. Of course, it's the bazaar where Victor Strand got in trouble, and they made the shady deal that they couldn't pay off. And I don't know why they chose the bazaar. It's safe, it's public, but you just were there and got in a lot of trouble. You're bringing a guy who just absolutely is a train wreck there. He's already had to be bought off his safety once. And then you got Walker, who botched a deal and probably isn't welcome there either. And Madison, probably the only one there who is welcome but shouldn't be, because she's the cause of everything that went badly in that whole situation. Just a strange situation. I'm also still a little bit more interested to see about what's going to happen with Troy. I know I talk about Troy Otto a lot, but he is one of my favorite characters. And since they kicked him off the ranch, Jake has been playing leader when Madison has been the one that's been doing everything. For example, I don't understand why Madison was sent on the mission with Walker instead of Troy, if Troy was going to be the leader. I don't get that. You'd think, not Troy, but Jake. I think Jake should be a more hands-on leader. I think he's a little too concerned right now, playing a little bit of house with Alicia. But every once in a while, I guess, you got to do what's familiar or fun. Got to situate my leg here. There we go. All right. So, Fear the Walking Dead kicking off here. And this should be one heck of an episode. I'm expecting quite a bit of action. I'm expecting quite a bit of drama. This should be fun. See, AMC rumored that there's going to be a main character death. Well, if there's a... I don't know if that's because of the Talking Dead guest that's going to be a surprise or what, but I hope your information is cool, because I enjoy unexpected moments. I don't even know who I'd want it to be at this point. Here we go. And we're opening with a nice little clip of Troy. So hopefully we'll see some Troy action.
Your father didn't kill himself. I killed him.
You chose exile over execution.
We can't come back. I understand.
Tell the crazy guy you can't come back. You know what he's going to do? He's going to keep coming back. Then he kills the guy in the truck, and Madison still doesn't shoot him. Makes no sense. Madison's little pet project. I have no concerns that Troy Otto can live on his own on the desert. Look at him killing snakes, cooking them up. Oh, come on. You know T-Mobile and Netflix are going to have lots of ads. Last week it was every commercial break. It's going to be more often this time. I like that Troy's that guy that's crazy enough to shove a knife through his own hand. Every once in a while, you need a guy that crazy on your side. He may not be the biggest or the strongest. Man, he'll do what it takes. Let's say hey to the Diego Tuber and Abbott who are here in the chat. Always nice to have folks here with us. Abbott says that Troy Otto is the new Daryl Dixon without all the fan support. And I can see that. I really can. Kind of the loner, outsider, survivalist, lots of skills. Maybe a little bit more on the crazy side of things, but what can you do? Uh-oh. Never go in barns. It's one thing that you learn from playing the video games of The Walking Dead and watching shows on The Walking Dead. Barns are just bad. Stay out of them. Nothing good happens in barns unless you're Glenn. Then it almost happens in barns. Almost. But that right there would definitely be a safe place to sleep and stuff. Don't have to worry about walkers getting to you. I mean, you kind of box yourself in against people, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. Canned food. I guess it reaches a point where you're crazy enough to where that kind of pain don't bother you. Just a knife through the hand or, cutting something to your own chest like we've seen before too. It's like, wow. It's that Jason Voorhees kind of power. It's weird. Yeah, he seems very familiar with where he is right now. That is a big ass gun. All right, so wherever he is, doesn't look like it's a place that an Otto would ever live. So I'm wondering if this is where the Black Hat were. Uh-oh. It's going crazier. I was worried that I'll go crazier too, but I've never gone this crazy. Okay, so he's at the spot where they killed the guy in the chair and the bird ate his head, eating his brains. Not a bad spot to go, but it looks like they took all the supplies from there. Oh, that look in his eyes, he's got a plan. Troy Otto has a plan, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe that plan involves all those walkers. Oh my god. Oh, yes. The Ash Evil Dead pose. It's not a shotgun, but it'll work. Oh, he's going to shoot and round up walkers and deliver them right to the doorstep. It's so evil, it's fantastic. Great move. It's weird, but in the end, I think you'd want a guy like Troy Otto on your side in the zombie apocalypse. Because he is. He's that crazy guy who knows how to get done what needs to be done. And he'll do anything to do it. And I mean anything. And look what he was willing to do to try to keep people at the ranch. He was taking all their supplies. He murdered a whole family. And yes, those are all things that are to the extreme, but sometimes extreme situations call for extreme consequences, and you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes it just works out that way. I'm still on the fence as to whether or not Troy's a villain. I don't know about how mental illness, because he's off. He's dealt with a lot in his past. He's got family issues. Those mommy issues are really weird, and when Madison tries to take advantage of that, it feels kind of creepy. And I don't know really what Troy's intentions are, and that's what makes him so interesting of a character for me, because I don't know if he's supposed to be a good guy, if he's supposed to be a bad guy. I have no idea what to expect from him, and those are the kind of characters I really enjoy. Are the ones that I kind of have to watch and try to figure out their motives. I'm not sure that Walker's the villain either. I think that he's just trying to do what's right for his people. And yeah, not staying on his own land and wanting to take over the Broke Jaw Ranch. Yeah, that's all not cool stuff, but you gotta look at the other side of things too, with how it was being run there. All right. So people at the ranch right now are clearing out some walkers. Walker's getting awfully close to them cows. Oh, wow. The cow wasn't dead?
Please come down. It's the right call. It was my call. It's the nation.
It just seems weird that Troy would unleash a horde of walkers on his brother and Madison, because he seems to weirdly respect Madison. And I think he still really does see Nick as a brotherish figure, maybe more than Jake. I don't know, but the whole dynamic is odd. I think if he does do it, he'll try to do it when the Clark family is gone.
I just didn't think it would bother me this much.
Aside from Alicia, he didn't seem to care about Alicia one bit.
We will fall and we'll starve over. And if we live long enough, I'll get you more cows. I promise. If Dad knew what was going to happen to this place, he would have killed himself.
Alicia, thinking about telling him,
Survived that
decided
thing.
against it.
The ranch is livable. We can't say that about any other place. I can.
Now comes Jake saying, "Oh, I know about other places where there are survivors.
Other places like this.
Why didn't you tell us before?"
Pacific Northwest. It's Prepper Central. It's a long trip. There are closer places. We have a cabin in a low desert near the border. There's game enough to hunt. It's not much, but for two. Are you serious?
Oh,
Everything I was fighting for is gone. Just dead land. Bunker full of supplies. We're lucky to have that.
I suppose he left his brother's gone, his dad's dead,
There's supposed to be more.
civilization's falling apart. Why not go?
Hey, you're in a better place. Take a breath.
You gotta walk to nowhere. Improve our luck. Doesn't make us friends.
We are good. Higher purpose. Besides, you're in charge. Take solace in that.
It's weird that Ophelia's been around on the show for so long, yet I have absolutely no reaction to her character.
Jake this week.
And I should have some sort of reaction. I should feel something,
No, they have to give me trust.
but I got nothing.
But I have to gain theirs. So we meet in the middle.
Nick's already in the middle.
You trust him?
Everyone does. Got no one to lead. That's why you should.
You didn't like your steak?
Always cigarettes in the zombie apocalypse.
Been have enough jerky to last a year. Pass.
Jerky everywhere. Oh no, Alicia's gonna smoke?
You look like shit. Sleeping?
Yeah, fits and starts. I killed a man, now I'm sick in his house.
You bitch a ton of appeal.
Is that a joke?
Killed an evil old man to save your family.
It is, some mom didn't have to.
Worried about her?
Yeah. Of course.
I would be too. Madison doesn't seem that stable either. You need to say about high school guidance counselors.
I took his father
If
from
you've watched those Clerks cartoons, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or the Clerks movie. They definitely have a scene of that in there
How many
too.
daughters was Troy killed? How many sons? How many daughters? You don't owe Troy. You like him. You share the same self-destruction.
maybe I'm as sick as he is.
Frank Delane is such an interesting character. His mannerisms. It's so fun to watch. I should get one of those brass knuckle knives. Hey, those would come in handy. More smoking. Smoke, smoke, smoking.
Jesus. Said we're killing you, Nikki. But you can't be here.
Troy's such a sneaky guy.
I am. Sarah? No. I can't sit down. If I sit down, I'm going to pass out. I can't pass out because I'm on a mission. It's to get alive.
A mission.
I don't think you believe that. But you saved me. In your own way, so I'm here to return the favor.
See, like I said,
There's a reckoning at hand.
he's telling Nick to get the F out of there.
Something to delight in.
There is that
We're
trust.
reckoning, Troy.
There is that trust.
Peace. From the desert, I think. There's no warmth there. There's nothing to keep it from me. It's bigger than you can imagine. I do options. Sleep out the weekend. Crazy house, usually I do a couple of days. Troy.
It's a lot of mumbling, gentlemen.
There is a third way. You need to listen to me, okay? Because this is important. In a few hours, this whole place is going to be obliterated. Open up, open the door. Open the door, Troy. I want you to take it.
He does. He's got the walkers coming. Such a slippery guy. And you got parkour Nick. Shoeless parkour at that. All right.
There are rich teams.
Okay, so as we thought, there is that level of respect between Troy and Nick. And he did come to warn Nick about getting out of there. Didn't really hunt down Madison, which I thought she would be the other one that I thought they'd want to track down, that he'd want to track down before he took off. But we do have the walkers coming, and it should be pretty entertaining. Nick will have to either tell them that he knows they're coming or let them get ravaged. And that's a bad situation either way, because if you admit that Nick came to talk to you at the house, and you're putting yourself in a bad spot if you do that. If you don't tell people, people are going to die, which is not very good. You know, I used to have some friends that used to want to prove they were right at almost any cost, whether it cost them friendships, their jobs, or whatever, just money, anything. To some people, being right is that important, and it seems to be that important to Troy to prove that he was right about what he was trying to do, and he's willing to demolish everything to get what he's going to get. So like you say, Abbott, caring for your brother and caring about your people by wiping everyone out to prove your point, he can justify that. He sees that as an okay action, just like he did when he wiped out the Trimble family to try to intimidate everyone else to stick around, which I like Gretchen Trimble. I wanted her to be a more regular character. She was a fun character, and now she's gone, which sucks. I wanted to see more of the other characters step up in a little way, get to know them the way we did some of the Alexandrians in The Walking Dead. But it just never happened that way. Yep, we got Mercedes Mason, Neil Perry, and we got the surprise guest on Talking Dead. Now we got a nice ad for friend request. I don't know if you guys follow me on Undead Walking, but I wrote up my review of that when I went to the press screening, and I didn't think it was that bad. I know it's getting slammed by a lot of critics. It's a lot of jump scares, but there's some funnier moments. It's not a lot of tension, but if you go in just looking for a casual horror film to enjoy, you like some jump scares here and there, it can be a lot of fun. It's worth checking out. Oh, we got Clint Fredrickson in the chat here. Always nice to have Clint here. He was with me earlier this weekend when I went to go watch the Vikings game. We're on commercial break right now, and the Colonel's telling me that I need to get some fried chicken. And he might be right, because fried chicken is delicious. See, whenever Troy kills someone in this show, I'm like, damn you, Troy. The next episode, I'm like, Troy's badass. Yep. That's pretty much the same reaction I've been having. But now we got to see what Nick's going to do. I like how Alicia just comes downstairs in her PJs like it's a normal life.
So then we go outside the ranch.
I think she's going to go put some Scooby-Doo cartoons on now.
She didn't call in last night or the night before. We have no idea if they'll find water or they're even coming back.
Madison traded her radio to get into the bazaar.
They bring back Alicia and it would be enough to sustain. We need a plan B. How can we talk about
Plan W for walkers. That's what's happening.
I'm fighting for this place, Jake.
I do think Alicia and Jake are
Let's do something here.
more than just casual like they were aiming for. They're all the time now.
We're staying here.
You don't walk around someone else's house in your PJs like that casual.
I can't worry about you while I talk to
Alicia, I don't need you worried.
We both did when I looked after you.
Thank you. You're released from your obligation.
You do it out of obligation.
So why did you do it?
Uh-oh.
What are you fighting for?
So you make him drop the L-bomb?
Your family?
Because I love you, Jake.
When you came here that day, you seemed so lost. I almost thought that I'd taken advantage of you. Was it the other way around?
Oh, now Jake's feeling used.
I was impulsive. But I did convince myself you actually liked me.
I did.
Did?
I do.
Okay,
What is
do.
this?
That's better.
Alicia, is this a relationship? Or is it an alliance? Was
Oh,
plan
the strategy.
all along? Madison works all the big bombs with Troy while you seduce me?
Ooh. It did work out that way, didn't it?
You want to get the house?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's telling.
Again, something that is lost. Where's he now? Ran off. Said he wanted to warn us something's coming, wanted you to see whatever it is.
Ooh.
Madison drove him north. He doesn't know that land. So probably followed sun west to McCarthy's outpost and stuff.
Troy's full of shit. He's baiting you. Both of you.
But it worked. I warned him not to come back. He has to face that. I have to face him.
Oh, I warned him not to come back. So what's he going to do? What's Captain America going to do? I warned you. Now stay away. You bad boy.
I'm responsible. Plus, someone's going to look after you when I return.
Oh, snap.
Jake,
Not walking, they're useless.
just take it anyway. I did it for you.
Oh, she did it for him a lot. Many times.
The last good man I know.
Many, many times. Hitting the open road. Can you like put some tunes? What are you reaching for there, buddy? Oh, a gun. I see. I just thought he had like a little bit of Clark envy. He wanted a little bit of all of them.
Troy could have killed me last night. Why would he kill you? I wouldn't. Joey could have hurt me. That's my point. He could have hurt any of us, and he didn't. I think he came to warn, not harm.
It is weird that he'd come to warn Nick.
Coyotes were hassling the herds during breeding season, so I went out to hunt in twilight, just over that hill. I find this rabbit, staked to the ground, skinned alive.
Oh. Skinning rabbits.
Down because that's what you do when something's lame or sick.
We've seen skinning rabbits before, and that was Lizzie. She had to look at some flowers. I don't want Troy to look at flowers. Sounds like he's actually going to kill his brother. A dust storm of walkers. That'd be pretty sweet. I think Nick did drop the F-bomb.
Nick, where are you? Infected what? Tell me where you are and I'll come get you.
I want to see this horde. Yep. That is a lot of walkers.
They go right, this one's already back. Let's go, we'll take the truck. We'll lead them to the left, they'll follow us.
Oh. Now trigger an explosive so they'll follow. It'd be awesome if he just waved. Hey guys.
And now, a special look at Blade Runner 2049 in theaters October 6th.
Oh, wow. So that herd is a giant herd. We haven't seen something like that since the quarry. And people at the ranch, if they're going to try to deal with that, it's going to be not good. Not good at all. We've reached the halfway point of the hour, 8:30 right now, Central Time. So we're going to find out what's going to happen with this herd in the second half, unless they make that the cliffhanger and we get the water transfer for the second half. Clint Frederickson in the chat wants to know how I can follow the dialogue and answer people's questions. It's because I can multitask like a son of a bitch. That's why. I could play some video games. I could do my taxes. I could do all that at the same time. Well, maybe not all that, but I can watch the show and chat. I can do that. I'm pretty good. I don't care how many iPhone commercials they throw at me. I'm too cheap to buy any of that new stuff. Those walkers. People at the ranch are not ready to deal with all that. They have the firepower. They have the manpower. But do they really want to use it all on those walkers? And leaving the ranch, now that they've gotten all the water, wouldn't it be something if Madison, Strand, and Walker get back there and everybody's all cleared out, walkers everywhere. Hey, look, it's Anna Kendrick. Wouldn't mind being stranded with her in the zombie apocalypse. She's an excellent actress. But back to what I was saying. For them to get back and see that the whole place is just a ghost town with walkers everywhere, that'd be hilarious in some ways. I know I think it'd be funny. I still haven't seen the code word, the fan club code word for this. Keep my eyes open though, so hopefully they'll show it. The naked egg burrito at Taco Bell. I agree. I loved Travis. I loved how he was holding on to humanity. I found him to be one of the most relatable, interesting characters of the series. And when he got killed off, man, that sucked. And now I'm left hoping that there will be one of those personable characters. Because as much as Jake wants to be that way, I don't see him that way. And Madison, I don't agree with a lot of her tactics. But there's always room for new characters to come and old characters to go. So we'll see how that all works out. I hate that I got that invite to the Walking Dead 100th episode Talking Dead party premiere thing, and I can't go. It's just too far, too much money to come from Minnesota. But for those that can go, it should be one hell of a good time.
We went out this morning, and I think they came across board. We think the videos for shit, but yeah. We need to go out there and see what we're dealing with. Wait, why'd they go alone? Does it matter? Yeah, it matters. We scout in packs. Safety in numbers is protocol, you know that.
Oh. Ophelia.
Tori snuck into the camp last night and told Nick.
Listen to her calling stuff out. And no, don't worry, guys. I can't see you guys through my stream. You can sit in your couch and watch the show in your underwear. It's fine.
We just need to stop it. How do I know Troy's not waiting to ambush? We don't.
Troy doesn't need to ambush.
I trust Nick and Jake to stop it. I was in faith, Ophelia.
Oh, Troy Otto.
Wait, just give me a minute with him. Nick, look at everything he's done. He's not going back from this. I try.
He's gonna make him look at the flowers.
Cleanse it. Troy. Listen. You're not in your right head, man.
Troy's out of it.
Yeah. Oh, punch me, I admit. Leaving these guys on foot for 2 days. Tonight. I thought.
Oh, now he's got his boomstick.
Constant stimuli. Sight, smell.
I thought this episode was called Brothers Keeper because it was going to be Alicia checking in on Nick, not Jake checking in on Troy.
Destroy. I love that sound. I love that sound the way some love when a ball hits the fat of a bat. Good boy. You ever one for organized sports, Nick? No. Jake was?
Oh yeah, Jake seems like a sporto.
It was beautiful, didn't it?
It's like an episode of The Breakfast Club.
This is evolution. This is Darwinian. No, this is murder, boy. Do more. Murder.
Ooh.
You really want to go there, Nick? You're gonna kill
Ooh.
everybody. They see this, they'll run. They
Is he gonna reveal the secret?
Drop the launcher, Troy. Don't make me do this. Don't make you do what? You're gonna shoot me. You'd have done that a long time ago. I swear on Dad's grave. I'll shoot you. I'll kill you, brother. I will.
And he didn't do it.
Jake, stop. Okay, we can still beat him. Just go, Nick. There's still time to evacuate. It's not that easy. One road in, one road out. You face the monsters or you die in the wasteland. Up! Jake, you'll never live it down. You know they scream, Nick? Rabbits, they scream like human beings. Tell me about the rabbits. I still protected him. You left me. I always protected you! Jake, you pull that trigger, you're gonna wake up with it every day. You will never get it out of your head. Still ricocheting inside your skull, Nick. What are you talking about?
Ooh.
What are you talking about? Tell it best, Nick. I don't want to steal your thunder. I'm sorry. Say sorry to me. Said to him.
Is Nick gonna tell him?
You didn't know. I was sure Shelly should have told. You know she knows. She doesn't. Okay? Jake, she didn't.
Oh.
I don't care what he did.
Ooh. I got goosebumps watching this.
It just doesn't matter. I don't care. Is he gonna check it out? We can do it together. Believe brother. We gotta stake this trip out here. Okay.
Oh my god.
No!
Wow.
More than half a mile away. Fair estimate. We're gonna eat back.
Tucker left us to protect this place.
Can't hurt.
Last stand it is.
This episode's going some interesting directions. Oh.
How long, Troy? What? How long? How long before it spreads? How long before the infection takes him? I don't know. Let's do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh. Here we go.
Stretch out. Just shove her to it. Stretch out his goddamn arm. Come on.
Oof. There we go. Wow.
The world is ours. By right.
Okay.
We've come together for it.
Okay. So now Jake knows Nick's secret. Jake got bit. They hacked off his arm. The walkers are still coming. Wow. Okay. So I'm still taking this in a little bit here because that was a lot. That little standoff right there was nice. I wasn't expecting to see something like that in this episode, so I'm a little shocked. They should have cut above the elbow. Listen to you, Hackett expert. If I ever need my arm cut off, Clint, you can be the one to do it. Just make sure you go above the elbow. It's weird. On AMC's website, they had it listed as the season finale, but it's not the season finale, right? I mean, There's still plenty of episodes left. Next week's is called, what the hell is it? This Is Your Land. Okay, Auto Ranch is the TWD rewards code for this episode. Auto Ranch. So let's log in and get that. Auto Ranch, which sounds like a Doritos flavor you do not want to eat. Have you tried the new Auto Ranch Doritos? No, they go good with guacamole. Wow, TWD rewards site's crashing already. This thing is struggling. Oh, there we go. We got a bot in here. Run, there are penguins. Seriously, penguins. Sweet. That's an awesome name, though. I will take that. But you're right. They are treating it like one. This does have at least a mid-season finale feel to it. Maybe not a season finale, but it does have that feel. And wow. I don't know what's going to happen next. So now, is everything good now that they hacked his arm off? So everything's back to good. Nick's forgiven. Troy's forgiven. Are they going to go back and fight with the people at the ranch? Are they going to show up with the water truck while they're fighting all the walkers? See Walker's fighting Walker? I still don't understand naming the character Walker. And there's walkers. I know they call them infected in this show, but everyone's going to call them walkers. I believe it's the first televised arm hack on Fear the Walking Dead. I think that they insinuated they did quite a bit of it when they were back at the army base. But this is the first time I recall them actually doing it. We just saw someone's arm get hacked off, and you want to know what's Superman ice cream? Come on.
Troy came up on Nick before time.
He was here.
He said something was coming. Something that might wipe us all out.
Something he saw or something he brought down on us.
You don't know he did this.
We may have saved our lives.
Should have shot him when I had the chance.
Is that what Troy would want?
No, Troy definitely didn't save your life.
This isn't helping.
We could start with Sticks and Stones, brother. Bows and blades, but if the dead come in droves, we're gonna need bullets. All of us.
They're going to use all the ammunition. They won't have any to trade for the water that they made another deal for.
Lee.
And Madison will have another deal she can't pay off. That'd be crazy.
Fine. It's Irma.
Oh, he's got to be bleeding out real bad. You can't get your arm cut like that and not just bleed in crazy ways.
There's no rags to go back to.
Okay, using a truck to block an exit. We've seen that before. Really? You see her stacking that chair in there like that's going to stop them all?
Keep moving east and
Really?
west
Really,
alongside
lady?
us. We hunker down behind while they go past. Better idea?
Someone's got to have a better idea than that lady stacking the chair.
Time! All right, guys, let's go, behind the wall! Let's go, drop it! Oh!
Hiding from the walkers? That's weird. And I'm not falling for that one. That one, Saul. I've heard that one before. You guys and your jokes. Oh, that many walkers dragging their feet? That's going to cause a dust storm, man. It's not like the walkers lift their feet up fully when they walk. Now, that's a lot of walkers. Yeah, I got a feeling Jake is screwed. Absolutely boned. I really should have muted my phone, because things are going wild with the notifications over there. Oh, busted right through the gate. They didn't knock, though. Should have knocked. Walkers everywhere. There we go. Ooh, rocking the RV circle. See, all they gotta do is they all gotta get in the RV and cut to a commercial, and then they can be like Rick Grimes and be running away from them. And it'll all work out just perfect. Hey, these people are coming together. Oh, wow. That truck's gonna get dumped on top of someone. I kind of want to see it.
He wasn't supposed to die.
Well, there's the death.
Not like this.
Jake Otto.
He was the one who wasn't supposed to die. He's pretty down now. I wanted him to see. I wanted him to see what I've done for us, you know? Wanted him to see what? Here, come, let me show you what you did. Come on. Look. This is what
Now rub his nose in it and call him a bad boy.
Look at it. That's you. Alicia can hear me. Oh. Just kidding. Do what my brother should have done.
Oh, mama's boy, come on.
Kill yourself.
Those walkers are moshing, man. They could pay some ticket prices and go see Anthrax or something and just have some fun.
It's not gonna hold. Once this gets to everyone out here is gonna die.
That's the job. Protect the others.
Oh. Well, the walkers are pushing against it. We saw this before. Walker's pushing so hard against the wall, it came down. Oh, it's going to fall on someone. Nope. No, it's not. I kind of wanted to fall on someone. I know I'm sick. I can't help it.
Fear the Walking Dead is brought to you by Hut Rewards from Pizza Hut.
All right, so at least Jake is dead. We got more possibly coming.
Rewards from Pizza Hut. Finally, a rewards program
Wow.
gives you points toward free pizza with every dollar you spend online. And
All right.
limited double rewards through October 1st. Don't settle for a piece of the pie. Join Hut Rewards today and earn free pizza faster. That's why no one outpizzas the Hut.
I don't even know what to say right now again. Because it does feels very familiar. It feels like No Way Out. You're right, Abbott. And I don't see these survivors being nearly as hardened as the group that took on all the walkers in Alexandria.
What would you do if you had even more time to explore?
Oh, man. Jake had potential. Like I was saying earlier, I saw him as being someone that was trying to hold on to humanity and do what was best for people, but I wasn't quite attached to him yet. But I thought he could get there, and he's not going to get there now. Definitely not getting there now.
By the service and security of American Express.
You know how much pressure you'd have to apply when you cut off a main artery like that? How much it's going to bleed? I mean, stopping that nearly impossible unless you can tend to it right away. I guess I could have muted this bounce commercial. You guys don't want to hear that. This is Fear's No Way Out, absolutely. The parallels are so close, but the situations feel so different because of the added dynamic with the Otto and the Otto family and the Clark family. And I don't know. To me, it feels good. There's the guy from the band, Perry. He's ready to talk about Fear the Walking Dead with Chris Hardwick. So stay tuned. All right, so now that Jake's out of the way, they're finally just going to be Madison in charge. Because they're definitely not going to let Troy back in and let him lead. That's not going to happen. I think Alicia would be a nice figurehead leader. One that doesn't have to do a lot, but would make fair decisions. Kind of like Rick in the comics now. The way he doesn't go out and fight a lot, but he still is the one that people look to make decisions. Maybe she could be that kind of leader. But I think it's more Madison's going to step up and take over that role. Because let's be honest, Jake wasn't much of a leader before he even died. Because otherwise he'd be in that water run with Walker right now. Oh. Let's see if they mention it. Are they going to mention it? Are they going to mention it? Okay, T-Mobile's got the iPhone 8. Oh, they moved away from pitching Netflix, and now they're talking iPhone 8. See, when I was thinking Brothers Keepers, like I said before, I was thinking of Alicia looking after Nick because of how close he was with Troy. For some reason, my mind never went to Troy and Jake. And it should have. Really should have, but it didn't. All right. Oh, wow. You know how long it would take to kill these walkers? Wow. I'm still always amazed at how easily blades go through skulls in shows. Oh, that person's a goner. There we go. No, not him. No, no. I like that guy. Well, he's dead. Oh, man. He was one of our best fighters. Come on, Alicia. There you go. Oh, that guy was a good fighter, too. Dang it. Oh, wow. Yep, Coop down. I like Coop. Really, Troy?
Troy.
Troy's gonna let his brother bite him. No, he's not. Why are they both wearing the little jackets? People down in the hot weather wear too many layers of clothing. Uh-oh. Ophelia. She's gonna die before Daniel gets there. Yep, this is our No Way Out montage right here. Oh. What's that? What's that face?
I need some sleep. No, we gotta find a way to save everyone you tried to kill.
Troy.
You'll sleep when you're dead.
Is this the equivalent of hiding under a giant dumpster? This is where we're going to leave it, with everybody down in the pantry.
Presents a look at the next episode of AMC's Fear the Walking Dead.
If those people die, it's because we failed.
We're all in this together.
We're gonna die together.
Oh, God.
Only 3 episodes left this season. For more Fear the Walking Dead, go to AMC.com.
Okay. I'm excited for next week.
Tonight, Troy went all
That looks like a good one. All right, guys. Thanks, Abbott, Clint, Diego, everybody who joined us here in the chat. So nice to have you here, hang out, comment, keep me company while we watch this episode. Always enjoyable. Keep following us on Undead Walking if you want to get some analysis, get a full list of who died. Check out the previews for the next episode. We'll have all that up here tonight. All in all, I really enjoyed this episode of Fear the Walking Dead, and I hope you guys did too. All right, thank you very much, guys. And as always, stay alive in the zombie apocalypse.